Everybody, is Alex from PCS, and we are here today to look over the Planet Hulk fine art bust. We're going to go over the details. There's a lot of questions people have been asking. We're going to clear those up before the pre-order, which is in under 2 hours' time. So I'm joined by Anne. So Anne, do you want to introduce yourself?
And Adams with PCS, CEO and creative director. Happy to be on here with you guys. Go over our latest pre-order coming up.
Awesome. All right, we'll jump straight into it anyway. We don't want to take up too much of your time. We just got, we're going to cover the piece. We're going to go over the points around it. And there's been a few questions going around on social media. So we just want to clear those up before the pre-order goes live. So anyone who's not aware, Anne, do you want to just talk about the fine art bust line, kind of give a little bit of history about it, and just tell us your ideas and where it came about from?
Yep, absolutely. So for those that don't know, the fine art bust line is just something that we wanted to do that would be a little bit different and set us apart from other collectible companies of doing just the standard character on a base or museum or diorama or whatever. We want to do something that's more on the fine art side and more of a storytelling kind of element, but take it beyond just being a diorama. So that's kind of how this was born. And the idea that popped in my head was doing a life-size head, helmet, whatever, but then having a full diorama scene all the way around that life-size head or bust. And the goal was to make a full 360-degree statue so that you can just either put it on a Lazy Susan and just have it constantly rotating, or change your display, have it looking to the left, to the right, show the back off and change it from time to time, etc. So that's kind of where this was born out of. We've kind of changed it from here to there for different reasons, but that's kind of where we're going to start it off with this fine art bust line.
Yeah, so I mean that took off with obviously the Carnage first, and then we saw like the Vader. Now we're seeing this, and we just spread into a lot of other lines, which is great. It also gives collectors this opportunity to put something down in their collection, and it just doesn't have that big footprint. So if you have a big life-size bust, and then you have a statue, and then you have like a diorama, it's going to take up a lot of shelf space. So this condenses that and gives that, a lot of statue for that space you're giving up.
Absolutely.
So let's go into what's the kind of personal connection with Planet Hulk, and why do you think fans love the story so much?
Yeah, so I've always been a Hulk fan. We actually, believe it or not, we wanted to do World War Hulk originally, but at the time we were not allowed to start with that one. So of course our next go-to was to do more of a Planet Hulk, Gladiator Hulk. It kind of puts him more into that savage gladiator phase, which I really like, which is kind of why we went this direction. And it's different than your regular just typical comic Hulk that you see a lot. So it was allowed us to go a little bit out of the realm a little bit to do this piece.
And you do get a lot of people who maybe haven't read the story who kind of say, well, why would Hulk be wearing armor?
Yeah,
you get that quite a lot, and I'm quite surprised. Even with the the Thor movie, they kind of touched on that anyway.
Yeah.
So people should kind of be aware of it. But yeah, so what we'll do then is we're going to jump straight into this. We'll jump into the trailer so you get a look over the piece, everyone, and then we'll move in and we'll talk more about the design elements to it. All right, that looks fantastic. So we're going to go straight into this. And, There you go. So this is the regular version or the retail version or of the statue. So do you want to run through this design first of all?
Say it again. What are you talking to me?
No, I was just saying that the so this is the kind of regular version of the statue. Yep. Did you want to run through the elements of this one first of all?
Yeah. So we put I think it was Devil Coker on the alien fighting Gladiator Hulk here and kind of blasting out of the rock the sand. And what we try to do is bring more of a little bit of an artistic flair into this, right? So we have like the helmet disintegrating, turning into rock through the back, and then kind of have everything blending in from a scene perspective throughout. And then the face for this one to match a specific cover element that's within the storyline. That's why he has a different face than the teeth grinning version. And then of course we have Savage Surfer on the back, which is one of
just show the image, because this is one of the questions that people are kind of asking as well. So this is the actual artwork that this design is based from.
Yep.
So just to show that, and just go over this again.
Boom. And then, of course, got Savage Surfer on the back, which was one of the main reasons why we made this change from a design perspective. Because when we originally designed this piece, we actually had Savage Surfer in here. But at the time, we weren't allowed to include it into the piece. And then as time went on, I kind of raised the question again if we could do it. And I ended up getting the answer yes. So immediately put the team back on it to redesign it and include it in the design for the updated version. And it allowed us to, now that we were adding in Savage Surfer, allowed us to get the cost way down on this piece. The back scene of the original one was actually kind of like a sub-in for us not being able to do the Savage Surfer. And that ended up adding a lot of cost from a production perspective. So when we had this chance to redesign what we wanted to do, and I've never loved the cost. Like I personally thought it was way too high, but that was what the factory came back to us with. So we had no choice but to do what we had to do from a cost or pricing perspective. But when we knew we were going to re-engineer this or redo it, we wanted to take this opportunity to find ways to get the costs down. So a big one here is like just the sheer size of the back of his head or helmet. Same with like the little mohawk up on the top, just that pure mass was huge. And it didn't necessarily add to the feel of the statue, more so than doubling the cost just from a pure mass and volume perspective. So that's where we came up with the design to have the helmet disintegrating back instead of.
Also, then you got the mohawk on the base there anyway to kind of capture that element of that. This is actually we'll cover it after we go through this one, but we will show the original as a comparison, and then go into the deluxe piece. So yeah, I mean, this is because that's one of the things about this line is about getting it to the customers to be. The cost needs to be there to be to represent the piece, and as you said, you brought this down so that it matches it better, and it's open to more customers to purchase them.
Yep.
So, what would you say then makes this Hulk bust stand out compared to other Hulk collectibles?
I think it's the originality of it, right? So it's. Yes, you're getting your typical life-size Hulk head. Actually, and even though I don't think there's ever been and there may be a life-size Gladiator Hulk bust out there. That's one, but it's also an art piece that's not your typical just Hulk raging on a base.
Yeah,
it can help be a separate piece within your collection to kind of bring your whole collection together. So if you're quarter scale or third scale, whatever, you put this one in the middle and then have the rest of your whole collection going off to each side of them. So I think it's a good centerpiece.
Well, no, exactly what it is. Exactly for sure. And again, it'd be interesting to see kind of all of the fine art busts around one day. See them all there. Look amazing, absolutely amazing.
Definitely.
And as you can see here, I mean the display size of it. It's you get quarter scale statues that are bigger than this. I mean, there's 22 inches high, which is 56 centimeters,
Yep.
16 inches wide, which is 41, and you get 12 inches deep, which is 30 centimeters. I mean, this is very displayable.
Yep.
Very displayable. Even if you have it on a turntable, I mean, 16 inches in each direction. That's still very displayable.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people go with the old IKEA furniture. I mean, you can probably get that into a best.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we'll do then is we'll just move into the original idea, which was with the Mohawk, and you can kind of see why it was trimmed down. I mean, that adds that must add about 7 or 8 inches on there, no?
Oh yeah, if not more. I mean just the mohawk alone, and then you take in consideration the whole back half of his head as well. The portal, which we never really loved, like all that, and then believe it or not, all the pieces in the back with the escape scene. Even all that mass and actually just the individual parts there, which makes it even worse from a cost perspective.
Well, you have to think about that. I mean, they look like they're like 6-inch. So you got like how many 6-inch kind of statues piled on top of the bust. So it's definitely going to add a lot to the cost for sure.
Yeah, but then we weren't even really that much of a fan of the back scene because the way we had to design it, it ends up being basically you don't get to really see the Hulk like life-size head from the back because the way you have to turn the scene. So you're basically looking at the back scene with the back of his head, which isn't necessarily ideal. Whereas like the new version, if you want to display with Silver Surfer to the front, you're still going to get a full-size Hulk bust head in that design.
I mean, that's one of the things as well. Is I mean, if we move into the deluxe version, I mean, one of the things that does bother me about movies is with the Infinity Saga and with the Thor, where he's the Gladiator, is both of them they didn't have Silver Surfer, and that bothered me big time anyway because I'm a big Silver Surfer fan. So, do you want to talk about then the differences between the two versions? So, obviously, the obvious is the mouth.
Yes,
so it's
like a completely different face between the two different versions. We actually were considering possibly doing one version with swap out faces, but from a production perspective, making sure everything lined up as well as the cost, we ended up starting to creep back up onto that original Hulk pricing, which I don't want to do. So this allows the funny thing is this allows people to get both of them at basically less than the original one, and you could have one looking left, one looking right, and you can display both at the same time, both scenes at the same time. So, or folks that want to just have it turning on the lazy Susan, and get the version that they like the most, and just have it constantly changing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's get a little look around the sides of this. So, yeah, there it is. There's my guy.
Boom.
That looks fantastic. Looks great. And you say that, I mean, like you say about the pricing. So the price of this, the early bird price for this, the retail version is 1,417.50, and then the deluxe is 1,700. So 1,507.50. So yeah, it's quite reasonable, very reasonable.
Yep.
Considering as I say, the original price was what it was. So you're talking about bringing the price down, and you've gone through that, and you've talked about making it more affordable. How was that though to get the balance with, not losing too much of the story, not losing too much of the statue, and maintaining the cost at the same time? Like that kind of balance must have been difficult.
Yeah, it definitely is. It goes through the whole idea of what can we include, what can we not, and that truly is a balance within the collectible market. Period. Whether it's this one or any other piece, and I would say in today's market, it's even more important, right? So it's the thought of you have to constantly go through your head and say, is adding this piece gonna make this more preferable for collectors, or are we just adding stuff in to add stuff in, which ends up turning into it just adds to the cost without really making or breaking the piece, if that makes sense.
Sure. No, definitely. And that yeah, the balance is tough, and it's the same with any statue, really. So with this, I mean, like, with this line, and is there anything that you can kind of hint about the line moving forward?
Yes. So we just finished up Wolverine. He'll go up for pre-order next year. And then we will be working on Galactus next from Fine Art Bus perspective. So those are the next two in the line that'll be coming next year.
Oh wow, Galactus! You're gonna have to show me some of that.
Yeah.
And that was the next question. I mean, that was going to be, will we see any more Marvel Cosmic characters?
Absolutely.
So that definitely answers that. I mean, it would be quite cool to have like a Silver Surfer as well, because I know that
Oh yeah.
that's one of my problems with the Silver Surfer is I think I've got 7 or 8 life-size busts, and I just feel that Silver Surfer is one of my favorite characters, but a life-size bust of him is going to be pretty boring in most cases. So that would be definitely something I would be interested for, and I would push for that as well. And are you kind of looking to expand on any other lines? So obviously you've got the Star Wars line.
So we have the Star Wars line. We have Alien and Predator coming up. We'll be doing this across our Disney line as well. So we just finished up the concept for Alice in Wonderland, which looks freaking awesome. And then we'll bring this into some of our other lines too. So we'll eventually do Ninja Turtles with it. We just finished up the concepts for the Street Fighter Fine Art Bus. We have Akuma and Ryu coming next year. So yeah, no, we're grinding away.
Oh wow! And why am I only hearing about this now?
I know, right? I haven't sent you the updated schedule yet.
No, you haven't. I'll add that to your to-do list.
Yes, absolutely.
So the thing is, everyone, I mean, like, if you want to get on this, if you want to pre-order this, the pre-order goes live at noon Eastern time. So that is in about an hour and a half's time. You can go onto the website now and RSVP, and you'll get an update to say when it goes live. Or also you can just go on there. If you're watching this a bit later, you can go on the website now, collectpcs.com, and you'll be able to pre-order there. We're going to keep this nice and short, actually. So is there anything else you'd like to go over? I think we covered most of the questions.
No, I think we hit everything.
Okay. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. And how you doing? Dennis Perez is in the house from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
The question, but the thing is, it's like, it was about the original version, just saying they prefer the original version. Is there any way to have collectors pay the extra funds if they're okay with the original order and the cost? I don't think that's the case.
No, sadly, no.
So yeah, that's all that. So yeah, thanks everyone. If you're not subscribed, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as you can see on the bottom, that's all of our socials there. So follow us and you will get the latest news. Okay, thanks everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.